This is not a game at the beginning of the season I would have thought anything of, but it might be the most impactful and most exciting game of the week. The Houston Texans are packing their bags and heading to Cincinnati. And you might think, okay, the Cincinnati Bengals, they've got the better offense, they've got the better defense. This is going to be easy. Jamar Chase didn't practice. T. Higgins hurt his hamstring. Sam Hubbard didn't practice. So the Bengals are getting injuries at the absolute worst time. Meanwhile, the Texans are hot. CJ Stroud put forth far and away the best game of his career last weekend. The offense looks close to unstoppable. The defense looks good enough against the Bengals offense that even though it started looking better, may not be able to handle two of their three best offensive players getting injured. So there's a lot to look forward to in this game. I'll say this. The Texans have really impressed me. I've been surprised of what they've been able to do. I think the headline of this week is going to be a Texans triumph.
Wow. In Cincinnati?
In Cincinnati. Because look, it's tough to go to Cincinnati and play. I get that. But if these injuries stay, I am not confident that the Bengals offense is going to be able to keep up with the Texans offense. That would have sounded crazy to say at the start of the season, right?
A week ago. It would have sounded crazy to say.
But after what we saw from CJ Stroud, I get that maybe he's in line for a letdown game, but the kid looks like Superman. How can I not back him going into this game?
1 week ago, I was swearing that this was my survivor pick for this week. But I switched to the Cowboys at home against the Giants.
That's a much better pick.
Yeah. So,
that is so much better.
Because I got a little nervous. I will say that we are praising Stroud and for good reason. He's looked fantastic, and I think he's got it. But it's been a little bit since the Texans all around have looked like a complete team on both sides of the ball. This is a team who just lost to Carolina with 15-13. And then Stroud was the best I've ever seen a rookie quarterback ever play. But you allowed 30-something points to Baker Mayfield in the Bucs. If Cincinnati is healthy, which I'm expecting them to be, they're probably the hottest team in football right now. They're playing this game at home. For me, it's going to take another fantastic game from Stroud and a good game on the defensive side of the ball to beat Cincinnati. They got to play an unbelievable game all around for 4 quarters to win this game. And I have Cincinnati edging it at home.
It's funny because at 5-3, the Bengals are actually in last place in the AFC North still. But, you know, you hear all about Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, 4 in a row. We know how hot they are right now. All of us expect them to be competing for the division title, more so than the Browns or Steelers at the end of the year. And while the media has all their attention on the offense, I think this team is most dangerous, and part of the reason that they come on so much at the end of the season is because Lou Anarumo, their great defensive coordinator who will be a head coach soon, he always gets that defense right by the end of the year. Right now, they are playing fantastic in Cincinnati. When that defense is matching the offense in terms of who's the most valuable unit for the Bengals, they're probably the best team in football. I mean, they're right there. And look at what they've done the past 4 weeks during this winning streak. The Cardinals had the most points at 20. But then you had the Seahawks, 49ers, and Bills. Those are the 49ers and Bills are both top 5 offenses in the league, held to under 20 points. I feel like Cincinnati right now is rolling. Baltimore is rolling. Maybe you have a look-ahead spot with Baltimore on Thursday Night Football. That's more of a college thing to me than pro. But I like Cincinnati, and actually, as much as I have been on board with the CJ Stroud hype and the Texans hype, I think they win this one pretty big. And the Texans are still going to compete for the AFC South. They're definitely in the running, but right now it's a buzzsaw in Cincinnati. So I'm with the Bengals.
It seems like it could be a bit of a tough spot in terms of a very emotional win at home, and now you're on the road against probably
a great team
at this moment the best team in football.